Hello YouTube, Jacqueline. I am the content creator for Four Seasons Garden and we are at week 5. Can you believe it? 5 weeks that we've had our hydroponics going here and it's time for another update. We have so much going on here. We have plants that we started on October 31st. We have plants that we started on November 4th. We have plants that we started for the Aerogarden challenge on November 9th. And then we also have our new systems that we started on December 1st for the WIG 2025 Winter Indoor Gardening Challenge. So we are just so busy here with so many different systems. So we are counted today. We have 24 systems. We've lost 2 along the way. We had some spinach that we started that never germinated, so that system is now empty and it needs to get something else added to it. And then our parsley never germinated as well, so we do need to get parsley started. So we are still at an even keel 24, and hopefully by the time you see this video we've actually would have added at least 4 or 5 more, one with the parsley, one with some tatsoi, some other things that we have come up that we've looked in our stash of seeds that we want to start. So look for more videos, but for now we are going to get through week 5 updates of all of our planters. You know, we always start with our lettuce. So here is our outrageous on the right, and it's almost time to, we need to get some more of these leaves off. So we will be sowing some of the seeds here. And then we have our what did we plant here? Our sweet romaine, and she's just doing beautiful, but you notice the light's a little close. So we're going to go ahead and raise the light while we're here. Give it a little bit more room there. Even though we're going to go ahead and harvest some of that, but it's looking just amazing. I mean, it's looking beautiful. We're not going to bolt, but we are at 35 days. Oh, I think it just switched. So you know it's 8 o'clock at night when we're doing this tonight. So there we are. Here is our Aerogarden challenge. Here is our red sails. Looking beautiful. That leaf actually needs to be harvested. And then there's our Parris Island, looking wonderful. So really happy with how our lettuces is growing this year. Here is our quick snack, and if I'm going to bring you in nice and close, do you see all our little cucumbers? And even inside here, there is even more. So if I count correctly, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. At least 10 or 12 that we're going to get from this little plant. And you know the little tendrils here? Now this isn't part of it, but these we can actually take off. And the reason we can take them off is because they're not going to be climbing. We're not going to set up any kind of post or anything here. So we can actually take those off. Since I'm here, I'm going to go ahead and do that. And today was Fertilizer Friday. So I have already filled up all my containers today with fertilized water. Look at the MicroTom. I did not think it was going to survive. That is so crazy. So I went in there and it was just, just tons of algae. And so I pulled it up, cleaned it off, helped it along. And let me tell you, it's doing wonderful. Let me see if this one ever sprouted. This one never sprouted, so we are going to take, by the time we do the next video next week, that one will be out. Then we have our orange hats here. They are doing wonderful, and we need to actually get a fan on them. So between now and next video, you will see a fan on those babies. Then we have our mini cherries, and they are doing wonderful, and they need a fan on them also. This is the one that we split it into, I think, 5 more plants, and we ended up giving one to my mom. My mom said one of her tomatoes didn't germinate, so mom got one of those. So here are the mighty mini tomatoes. We had 5. One was back here, and we gave that one to mom. So we're down to 4 in here, and we're going to need to get a fan on this one too. As you can see, there's a bud. They all have buds. Buds everywhere. If I flip this one around, let's see if we can flip it. That one's almost all the way open. So here is the Siams. Get in here and see it. And these have grown ginormous. So they're every bit of, I don't know, 7-8 inches. They are doing great. We see our fan is on them. So they are already getting some fan love. So that helps with the pollination, because as it shakes it, you can see the leaves are shaking. It also shakes the flowers, and it helps with pollination. Here is our red velvet. They didn't grow quite as big. They're actually growing to the same size that are in the sprout. So the red velvet, depending on the container it's in, it seems like it grows to the red. It doesn't matter no matter what size the container is, they grow true to size. Whereas the Siam, it looks like if I probably put it in a pot outside, or if I put it in a container by itself, it might grow bigger. So that would be something to do a little experiment on. And this one has its fan on too. All right, we're up here with our golden harvest, and hopefully I can pop in a picture of this one. Remember, it was the little teeny tiny runt one, and it is still growing so well. Of course, here's the bigger one, but it's not. I think it'll catch right up with the rest of the pack. And if you look in here real close, right there, we actually have a bud. And up there. So our golden harvests are starting to bud, which is awesome. Here is our little Napoli. This limb looks a little crispy, so I'm just going to go ahead and take those crispy leaves off. We'll do some cleaning, and the little Napoli has a bud as well, so we're going to have some Romas here pretty soon. So really excited for this plant. Here is our other orange hat that we had to split out from the other one just because it was just going to be too much. 3 orange hats in one harvest is too much. So she is in here by herself. So I may take this one and move it up with the other little itty bitty MicroTom. I think they'll live happily together because the light's not going to have to move very much for this orange hat. So the light will be nice and close for what that MicroTom's going to need. So that is our orange hat update in the little harvest here. All right, let's update our fairy tale eggplants. Doing wonderful over here. These we will be splitting probably here in the next few minutes. We'll do a quick video on splitting those up. I'm going to be giving some away So they are doing excellent. These we planted on November 9th. Our orange Fresh Bites pepper is doing great over here. I don't see any buds quite on it, but I think it might be starting to bud here very, very soon. Our jalapenos never did anything, and I still haven't been able to have time to start some. So maybe we'll add that to our late WIG. Do I see a bud? I might see a bud. Do you see that? See if I can focus. Right there. See, get my finger in the right spot. Right there. I think we might actually have a pepper. And that is our yellow. And then let's see if the orange one's the red one. Nope, red one doesn't have anything going on yet. But there's our red pepper. As soon as it starts budding, we'll add a fan on this side as well. Here is our Siam and red velvet. And this is what I was saying. Since they're in a sprout, they're growing to the size of the container. So they're not growing any bigger than the container that they're in. They're budding well. There's tons and tons of flowers. So can't wait to show you when we finally have our first little tomato, which should be pretty soon here. Our mint is doing great. So we have the 2 mints. That back one has a whole bunch growing in there. I don't think I'm going to split it. I think I'm just going to let it go. Our parsley that didn't do anything, so we'll be replanting that. And then our cilantro is doing amazing. We're going to need to get in here and start clipping it back so that it doesn't get overwhelmed. So we'll be doing that probably this weekend. So we'll have some cilantro for some salsa. Here is our other little Napoli. These are the ones that we split. We have a few dead leaves, not too many as on the other one. So I'm going to let that just kind of do its thing. I don't see any buds on this one. But if the other one's budded, this one will be budding very soon. Here we are with our Alaska nasturtium. Look at that. That is just such a pretty plant. It is just beautiful. And look, we have another one. So it's going to be interesting how this grows in here. Since this one plant is this big, we'll see how if we might have to only do one in this A-Hope garden. But we're going to let it grow and see what happens. And we only put 1 seed in there. This one looks like it might actually, see if I can get you to see it. I think this one might actually bud as well. So we started those on November 9th. So almost a month. So it took this one about 3 weeks before it sprouted. That one was a lot faster. So really excited about our Alaska nasturtium. Last but not least, here is our dianthus, the snapdragon, and the other dianthus. So at the end of the day, it looks like we're only going to get the dianthus, the snapdragon. Let's see. It looked like it may have been doing something. I don't think we're going to get anything out of it. And I don't think we're going to get anything out of that one. So there you go. This is the let pot that we started with WIG. And really excited. Let me take you in. I'm going to lift the light. I'll try to lift the light. Put you on pause so we can lift the light. All right, we lifted the light. I think you'll be able to see. Let's see. There is our quick snack. It has, I lost the lid. Right, I'll get it later. So the quick snack is done, sprouted. Doesn't look like the Marvel of Four Seasons has sprouted yet. Parris Island looks like it may have sprouted. We'll give it a few more days. We did start these on Monday. See if our Freckles did anything yet. Freckles is doing something. You can tell. And then let's see if our orange hat has sprouted. Oh, that lid's on there. Nope, not quite, but I can see the little tip on there. So it might be doing something here in the next few days. So really excited about our Let Pop from WIG 2025. So that's the update for week 5, our fall winter hydroponics garden. We've had some fails. We've had lots and lots of wins, but I think it's good for you to see the failures and the wins so we can see what things worked, what things didn't work. The spinach is still a work in progress. The parsley is still a work in progress because I'm not going to let it beat me. We are going to have some parsley and we are going to have some spinach. So, but everything else is growing so well. Lots of buzz, lots of flowers. Little baby cucumbers. We have about 10 at least on there on that one little plant. And of course we started some more for WIG 2025. So we'll have another one. And I need to start at least 2 more cucumbers. Our family loves cucumbers and it's just a really quick snack. I love them in my salad and not have to pick them up from the store and just have them at home and throw 2 or 3 in a salad. It works so well for me. So thank you so much. If you haven't followed us before, please subscribe to our channel. Please like the content that we have here and please share it as well. And I'm so thankful for you for joining us today. We ask that you have a blessed day and we'll see you the next time for week 6 fall winter hydroponics update.